Assalamualaikum and hi. So me and my friend from group 6 gonna presenting about differentiation. So I'm gonna tell about introduction of differentiation. But first of all, let me introduce myself first. My name is Luqman bin Zulkifli and my metric number is 01 DKM2A 1008. So the introduction of differentiation. The differentiation is a method of finding the derivative of a function. Differentiation is a process in maths where we find the instantaneous rate of change in function based on one of its variables. In calculus, differentiation is one of the two important concepts apart from integration. Differentiation is a method of finding the derivative of a function. Differentiation is a process in maths where we find the instantaneous rate of change in function based on one of its variables. The most common example in the rate change of displacement with respect to time called velocity. The opposite of the finding a derivative is anti-differentiation. If x is a variable and y is another variable, then the rate of change of x with respect to y is given by dy dx. This is general expression of derivative of a function and it's represent as fx equal to dy dx, where y is equal to fx is any function. So that's all for the introduction of differentiation. We've moved to the next part where there is a technique of differentiation. First, the basic rule of differentiation. Second, derivative of exponential, logarithmic and trigonometric function. Third, the second order differentiation. For the application of differentiation. 5, the parametric equation. 6, implication differentiation. 7, partial differentiation. And the last one, 8, the technique of total differentiation. So that's all from me. I move to my next friend Shahmi to tell more about differentiation. Thank you.
Differentiation rules. The differentiation rules help us to evaluate the derivative of some particular functions instead of using the general method of differentiation. Basic of differentiation is algebraic function, composite function, product rule, quotient rule and chain rule. Okay. Example of application of differentiation in real life. Differential calculus is used in economics to calculate marginal cost, maximum and minimum, and can be used to predict maximum profit or minimum loss in specific condition. The question is, the graph a curve with equation as below. Number 1, y equal 2x power of 3 plus 9x power of 2 plus 3. Number 2, y equal negative 3x power of 3 plus 9x power of 2. First, use differentiation to find expression for dy per dx. Number 2, find the coordinates of any stationary point on the curve. Number 3, calculate the stationary points on the graph. Number 4, determine the nature of any stationary points that found in part 2, justifying the answer. Number 5, sketch the graph of the curve.
Okay, so my name is Muhammad Syarul Izham and I will explain solution for the question. So question number 1, y equals to 2x power of 3 plus 9x square plus 3. So first, we differentiate first. So we got the equals to 6x power of 2 plus 18x. So we use the factorization method, which we got x plus 0 and x plus 3 equals to 0. So sub x into y. When x is 0, we use the first equation, which is y equals to 2x power of 3 plus 9x squared plus 3. So for the x equals to 0, we got y equals to 3. So for the next, we sub x into y when x is equals to negative 3. So using the same equation, we got y equals to 30. Okay, so from the answer we can determine that the turning point is 0 and 3, and the next one is negative 3 and 13. So so we differentiate again using dy square over d square x. We got 12x plus 18. So using the same method, we sub x into y. When x equals to 0, we got the y equals to 18. And when x equals to negative 4, we got y equals to negative 13. So when y equals to 18, which is bigger than 0, we can determine that it is minimum point. And when y equals to negative 13, which is less than 0, it is maximum point. So the turning point of 0 and 3 is minimum point, and the second one, which is negative 3 and 13, is maximum point. Okay, so for the next question is y equals to negative 3x power of 3 plus 9x squared. So we use the same method, which is we differentiate first. Dy over dx equals to negative 9x squared plus 18x. So using the factorization method, we got x plus 0 and x minus 2 equals to 0. So sub x into y. When x is 0, we get the answer is y equals to 0. And when x equals to 2, we got the answer y equals to 12. So from the answer we got, we can determine that the turning point is 0 and 0, and the next one is negative 2 and negative 12. So to determine the minimum point and maximum point, we differentiate again using the formula dy square over d square x equals to negative 9x squared plus 18x. So the answer we got negative 18x plus 18. So when x is 0, we sub x into the second differentiation, and we got y equals to 18. And when x is 2, we got y equals to negative 18. So when y equals to 18, which is bigger than 0, it is minimum point. And when y equals to negative 18, which is less than 0, it is maximum point. So the turning point of 0 and 0 is minimum point, and turning point of 2 and 12 is maximum point. So that's from me.
Team's role and responsibilities. First is Luqman bin Zulkifli, numeric 01 DKM 22F 1008. He do the introduction and technique. Second is Muhammad Syami Daniel bin Saiful Baharin, numeric 01 DKM 22F 1014. He do differentiation, rule, example and question. Third is Muhammad Syahrul Izham bin Muhammad Nur Alam, numeric 01 DKM 22F 1012. He do solution for all question and graph. And the last one is Mio Ahmad Zafri bin Muhammad Zaini, 10 DKM 22F 1024. And we do I do terms, role and summary. Yes, that's all. Summary differentiation is done by applying the technique of no differentiation. Formula and differentiation rule in finding the derivative of a given function. The process of finding the derivative of a function is called differentiation. The three basic derivatives are differentiating the algebra function, the trigonometric function and the exponential function. We use the differentiation formula to find the maximum or minimum value as a function, the velocity and acceleration of moving object, and the tangent of curve. The differentiation of a contains 0 as per the power rule of differentiation.